Hello there, my beautiful Capricorns. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius reading for June 2020. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys are doing great out there and staying safe and well. I know these are very intense times, and we're all together with you no matter where you are. We're all connected. So it's always so good for me to hang out with my fellow Capricorns. I am a Capricorn myself, and it's just fabulous to be with you and in your energy. So as always, guys, I always have a few quick notes to get out before I start any reading. First off, thank you so much to all my new and returning subscribers. It is wonderful to have you as part of the Dragon family. And if you have not yet done so, do hit that subscribe button and join us. Also, give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content. As always, guys, this is a general reading. It won't resonate with every single Capricorn out there. So take what resonates with you and kick the rest on out the door with your little goat hooves. This is mostly going to resonate and correspond to Capricorn Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, so do check your natal chart for your personal planet placements. That way you can watch the other readings that correspond with those placements and get even more messages. Also, all Capricorn cross-watchers are welcome to join us today. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like to know anything about the card decks that I use, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all of that info and links are down below in the description box, guys. So Capricorn, we're stepping back into eclipse season with this big lunar eclipse. It is a partial one, but it is nonetheless very powerful, very strong, and it is in the sign of Sagittarius, which deals with learning, knowledge, expansion, growth, and lessons. So first, just a few quick notes on the astrology of this. Let me just show you, right here, there it is. There is our full moon in Sagittarius, and there is the sun connected to Venus right now, both in the sign of Gemini with Venus in retrograde. What that really means for you on a more personal level, Capricorn, is that that moon is highlighting your universal 12th house, the Pisces house. This full moon for all Capricorns will be the most sensitive, psychic, and kind of intuitive full moon. The most illuminated full moon in a way of the spiritual soul of the year for you. Anybody also that may have a Capricorn rising or Sagittarius rising, you're going to feel this very strongly as well. But to me, this is a time when you may really choose to take a few days or even, most of the month to yourself, because you will feel more sensitive emotionally and psychically. You will be picking up on more messages. You will be feeling things maybe coming through in your dreams, coming through in sense perceptions, or whatever your particular alignment, psychically is. Some of us see things more, hear things more. Some of us dream them. Some of us will pick up on, little things like finding feathers or coins, as messages from spirit. So just be attuned to that, Capricorn, and also be aware that you will be more emotionally sensitive. You might cry easier. You might feel old emotions surfacing, because that 12th house as well, deals with a lot of karma, a lot of old, emotional or spiritual baggage that really needs to be cleansed and put down. You're learning, you're growing. The lunar eclipse is all about letting go of anything that doesn't work for us anymore. It's taking anything that's just old and outworn out of our life. And Capricorn, we're all about efficiency. We're all about making sure things are running well. So on a more practical level, those emotional things that come out and get released during this time are definitely for your best. It's going to make everything run smoother in the long run. So Capricorn, today, our reading spread we're going to do, I'm going to use a couple of lunar-based decks. for that full moon, and then we're going to get into the tarot to deepen the messages. We're doing a past present layout. Do keep in mind that the full moon energies are usually about a 30-day to 30-day cycle, 28 to 30 days, as from full moon to full moon. And the lunar eclipse energies can definitely come up even stronger, because those can oftentimes reverberate for up to 6 months. So just keep in mind that those future messages can have a little bit longer ranging effect during an eclipse. All right. And also wanted to just put out there that we do have a solar eclipse. We get the lunar, then we get the solar. Solar eclipse is coming up on the 20th and 21st weekend, and it will be in your opposite sign of Cancer, Capricorn. So that's going to be a very important eclipse as well. This is very powerful times ahead for everyone, and especially for Capricorn right now with that. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Capricorn as we do their reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius of June 2020. Please protect their energy as well as mine throughout the session, and bring clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. I love it. Oh, Capricorn, yes, you are very much, this is, like I said, very strong times for you. This is the immediate past position. So this past full moon that we experienced was in Scorpio. Absolutely brought up some strong feelings, strong emotions, deep wounds and emotions to be healed. The end of a tough cycle approaches with the full moon in Capricorn. I feel like a lot of my Capricorns really did kind of level up over this last 30-day period, stepping into more power, stepping into a greater feeling of self-confidence, partly because, yes, something very difficult got put behind you, or you just started to see something that wasn't working for you anymore, whether it was a relationship, a job, a routine, and you just kind of said, you know what, I see this just isn't for my best. Even if my emotions, time, etc. are bound up in it, this is something I'm going to step away from. And you've stepped up to a higher plateau, Capricorn. So that's always beautiful to see. The full moon is the culmination. And of course, Capricorn, guess what? Our next full moon in July is for you. The full moon will be in Capricorn next month. So that is coming up as well. That could be yet another stage of greater development for you. And look at that. Ooh, Capricorn. Super moon of attraction on top of that full moon in Capricorn card for their immediate past. So you absolutely were attracting this energy very strongly. You really did move on up. Oh my goodness, something big got left behind. And also this really points to the fact that your emotions are running high. Super moons, are closer and stronger when they appear. And so that really brings those deep emotions up to the surface. And look at the number. That card is a 44. So that's a powerful number, adds up to an 8 of infinity, going into the immediate present energy of this full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. We have a mutable moon energy. Nothing is yet set in stone. So Capricorn, we are in also not just eclipse season, but we are in retrograde time. Your planet's retrograde, along with a whole bunch of others. Right now, Venus is in retrograde, which is really making our relationships a little more confusing. Mercury is getting ready to go into retrograde as well, and that's going to be highlighting your universal relationship house. So Capricorn, a lot of things are up and down. Look at the ebb and the flow here of the tides in the artwork of that card. Mutable energy. Mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius. They are more flexible. They are more open-minded. And so along with that, right, mutable energy is all about flexibility. So right now, as we sit in this energy of the Sagittarius full moon, just keep in mind things that are in question, things that are confusing right now. Don't take them too hard, because it's not set in stone. It is not, it's not finished yet. Things are still in flux. Things are still in play. You know, wait it out. Let the divine timing of this do its magic for you. And, ooh, just about get tingles with this. This is like, there it is. On top of it, trust, trust, trust. There is the egg moon. Sagittarius and a few others had this card as well. So the Sagittarius energy is strong with you too, Capricorn. It's a very spiritual sign for you because, you know, that is the sign that comes before you. That is the lifetime fulfilled, right? Is the Sagittarius lifetime before you come into the Capricorn lifetime. Now the egg moon is the moon, and I just, as I looked out the window, I see a bird hop by and I'm like, yep, there goes our egg maker. There goes that egg moon. The egg moon is the moon of April. So think about, you know, what was happening just a few months ago in April. You know, think about maybe what was going on during that time. You've come a long way in just a couple months, Capricorn. A lot of things have moved forward. This is also honoring your boundaries. See how she's protected, you know, by that transparent egg? It's like she's being protected, she's being guarded, and watched over by, look, the two ducks, you know, which, you know, in Chinese tradition, ducks are very important to relationship because they mate for life. The Mandarin ducks are a very strong image of relationship harmony. So this could be protecting a relationship, could be even protecting a child, or your inner child that you're going through a big period of growth and change. So Capricorn, trust in the process. Then as we go into the immediate present, no, immediate future, sorry, we've got the South Node coming up. Now the South Node is a part of astrology that shows where our past lives, past karma, past spiritual or emotional baggage are hidden. And so this is saying, don't let your past hold you back. Don't let old karma or even old routines in this lifetime hold you back from living a good life. It might be like very natural for you to get sucked back into either an unfulfilling relationship, a job that doesn't really express yourself that well, etc. Don't let yourself get pulled into past negative routines because so much is being released here with this lunar eclipse pattern. And Capricorn, this is a favorite keyword of mine for the goat, is wisdom. Oh my goodness. Capricorns tend to be older than their years, right? So, you know, they're considered wise beyond their years. And this is saying, have the wisdom, Capricorn, have the presence of mind and spirit to not get pulled back into these old negative traps and routines. If something has been bad for you in the past, it's going to be bad for you in the future. So don't get back into that. Capricorn can be very prone to mercurial moods, a little bit of depression, moodiness, dark mood swings. So, you know, if that's something you struggle with, Capricorn, don't get pulled back into that. Use your wisdom. You are a very wise, very understanding sign, and you are very patient, even though you may not always feel that way. And look at the number there again, 22. We're doubling up that number. We had the 4-4 there. Now we got that 22. So master number there, Capricorn. Let's move Mr. Dragon on over. We're going to jump into the tarot. I'm going to be using 2 different tarot decks, and we're just going to layer them up on top of this past, present, future. To strengthen up these messages. Ooh, Capricorn. Okay, so in this immediate past, on top of the full moon in Capricorn, on top of the supermoon, we have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Emotion, the Queen of Intuition, right? Very strong Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. That was a Scorpio full moon cycle coming to its conclusion here. So to me, the Queen of Cups doesn't always reveal everything she's feeling right away. She kind of mulls it over. She kind of takes her time. Her cup, you know, always in the traditional tarot has the top over it. So it's like she's not revealing every single thing that she's feeling. A lot of inner processor going on, but she's definitely about leading from the emotional space, recognizing and honoring that intuition, not just giving out her emotions or her heart to just anybody. So let's see what clarifies that Queen of Cups. And Capricorn, I'm picking up for that for some of you, there could definitely be someone or something in your life that you are really contemplating. Should I give my cup of love? Should I not give my love to them? You may really be thinking this over, feeling it over, kind of just taking it one day at a time for some of you. Obviously, just take that as it resonates. It's general, but this is a message that's just coming through for some of my goats out there. And look at that. Ooh, yes, because Capricorn, 10 of Pentacles. You want to invest wisely. Look at that, the old man of wisdom, right? You know, Capricorn, it's kind of funny. I always say it's like Capricorn's a feminine sign, but we're ruled by a very masculine planet, which is old man Saturn. So even Capricorn women, you know, we always have a little bit of grumpy old man in our spirit, I swear. So there he is, the dog of loyalty, right? And so I believe that many of my Capricorns, you're really weighing whether or not to give your love, your devotion to, you know, a person, a project, or, you know, a job, because you're really saying, I want to invest wisely because I want the whole enchilada. I want the whole picture. I want the good stuff. You know, look, see the younger people approaching, you know, the sage for his wisdom, for his guidance, his balance. He's got to be a Capricorn. They know he's got the answers. And Capricorn, you got the answers too. You do in your soul. And that's why you're taking your time. That's why you're mulling this over. In the present energy of this Sagittarius moon, I believe that some clarity is really going to be reached through this cycle on top of the mutable moon, the egg moon. Look at that, Ace of Swords. Very strong consciousness clarity coming through. That sword cuts right through the mist, right through the clouds, right through the confusion, and says, I'm going to give you the true answer that you seek. Capricorn, I will always mention that I feel very strong relation to Archangel Michael, especially with that Ace of Swords. So, you know, if you are someone who works with Archangel Michael already, definitely call on him. And even if you don't, call on Archangel Michael for clarity, for vision. He carries that violet flame sword that helps cut through confusion, cords, negative ties and situations. Ask him for clarity of vision, because if anything's still confusing through this moon and going through this next 30 days to 6 month cycle, you know, that clarity of vision can be brought to the surface. So let's clarify that, even though that card is very clarifying in of itself, I would say. Could be information coming in, Capricorn, that clears the way for this with the Knight of Swords coming over top of this. Always got to mention our friend, our good old buddy Ramblin' Mike. If you haven't checked out Ramblin' Mike's tarot readings, check him out. He's an Aquarius. He's an awesome fella. And I love what he says about sometimes that Knight of Wands, is that this can be a nervous energy. Sometimes this can be somebody coming in that knows they need to apologize to you, Capricorn, and they're coming in as nervous as a cat on a hot tin roof. You know, they're kind of like, oh man, I know, I got a lot to say. Sometimes this can be our own anxiety or someone else's anxiety too, Capricorn, because that is the realm of the swords, the realm of the mind. Now let's go into our immediate future outcome of all of this. Check it out. Leaving the past behind, not letting the past hold you back, using your wisdom. And on top of that, Two of Swords. So there's a lot of air energy on top of this reading. A lot of the intellect. Could also be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. But there's definitely some choices that have to be made. And you've been very guarded around the heart chakra. Very guarded around wanting to see the whole of what's coming to the surface here. So let's also pull A clarifier for that Two of Swords. Ask Spirit, what are you clarifying? What are you making decision about here, Capricorn? Yeah, it's about your own truth, Capricorn. It's about your own truth. Look at that. The Hermit, the Virgo. What's best for you? What is meant to be yours? And the next card out of that, look at that. We got the Star. You know, you're really going to what's best for you here. You know, take some time to yourself. Yet again, the Hermit's this, you know, kind of that image of the sage. We have a lot of elements of wisdom coming through here. Bottom of the deck on the vice versa is the Two of Wands, guys. So new beginnings, new choices, new doors opening. Woo! And on the bottom of the Grand Lux deck, we have the Justice. So Capricorn coming in with some justice for my goats, where things were not in balance. You're bringing them into balance. Oh my goodness. Take your time. Don't let your past hold you back, guys. Do not fall into old negative patterns or routines, because Capricorns, oh, we fall into our routines. We do. And we just want to keep doing them because we're like, we keep doing it because it's what we know. We get used to what we know. We don't mind it. But go for what's really soul fulfilling. What makes your heart happy? What makes you feel joyful? Oh, all of that. All right, so let's pull a affirmation from the Unicorn Oracle just to get a last bit of advice here. Possibilities. Spread your wings and fly, Capricorn. Look at that. The message is raise your standards, elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. Capricorn, do not accept less than what you are worth. Do not take the crumbs when you can have the whole loaf of bread, okay? Because if you get that good loaf of bread, you can make a good sandwich, you can have a full meal, you'll be feeling pretty darn good. My goodness, that's a beautiful reading for the Capricorns out there. I hope you have an amazing full moon lunar eclipse, and I will be seeing you again soon. Take care.